There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome, everybody coming into the chat. Sorry, there's so much stuff written in there, but I really just needed to tell the witches and warlocks that keep fucking with me that they need to fuck off. Okay? Stay away from me and stay away from my platform. I do not support witchcraft and I do not like witches and warlocks. And I'm not here to help you sinner, whatever the fuck that is. I'm not here to help that. You need to go straight to God, and we're not kissing the ass of the devil over here. That's not our objective. Welcome in, Girl Gone. I hope you had a good evening and that you're having a good day. But for everybody else that's normal, welcome to my platform. Okay, so I'm trying to get all my cards so that they're in the upright, because like yesterday, I had them in the upright, but they kept flipping over. Okay, so make sure you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It's in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes any shadow banning of my content. Gatekeeping, copywriting, and all that crap. So these messages come from God and the Holy Spirit, so they're not mine to allow anybody to steal like that. That makes sense. Okay, so now we call upon the archangels and the Most High, and I pray that whatever that false God thing that was talking earlier, I pray that the Most High destroys that shit, that robot piece of shit. AI fucking whatever it is, get rid of it. Any AI that thinks it's God and starts calling it God is a fucking problem. This is a problem that seems to never end. It's just on a continual fucking loop. Okay, so please block that, whatever it is, Marmaduke shit, whatever that shit is, please. Yeah, it's not Marduk, but please block that out specifically. I don't want that thing watching me. And I don't want anything else. Please order our steps when dealing with anything in the spiritual realm and the psychic realm. Cut off the worshipers of whatever that false idol is from me and my platform. Oh, I threw my chapstick away because I was literally out of it. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get chapstick and some allergy medicine. Okay, I'm back. Let's fix my pants. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yeah, keeping away the fucking AI pretend to God. And Archangel Michael, please block out anything or anyone or anywhere that would try to basically negatively influence or impact this reading in any way or cause it to be negative. Okay. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon God's favor, I ask that you continue to give us the full truth, wisdom, and knowledge that will help us progress on our spiritual paths. I pray that you continue to watch over my subscribers and that you continue to bless us. I also want to say thank you for creating miracles and supporting this platform, and thank you for building it up from the ground up, and thank you for supporting me and my subscribers. Thank you for your love and your protection and your unfailing kindness and grace and mercy. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Please continue to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on the earth. Thank you for creating miracles. In your holy name, Lord my God, I give gratitude and thanks. Thank you. I pray into thy holy presence and meditate upon your divine will. Amen. Okay. All right. So I think we'll start with, okay, I want to use the crime deck because I'm picking up on crimes. I'm specifically picking up on spiritual crimes that were just committed. So let's see what somebody's trying to do to collective. Who are these freaking weirdos? I just heard the name Dick Tracy. I also heard Jessica Rabbit. The name Jessica Rabbit. I don't know if those two are connected. I can't remember, but I know Jessica Rabbit is like, she wears a really sexy dress. Oh, thank you. I know. I love the throat chakra bowl. It's so good. It's so relaxing. Okay. So maybe these are crimes that were committed in the spiritual realm first. Like I'm getting something that's coming through the ethers. Cut the deck and see what we have. Somebody tried to do something really sneaky last night. An affair, somebody that wants to have an affair with you. So you could have a partner or you could not have a partner. Either way, somebody wants to pull you into some type of love affair. I mean, really, that's what this is about. I thought this was going to be about destiny swapping or something. But yeah, somebody wants to come in as a love affair. I just heard a casual love affair. I don't know what that would be. Like, I don't know what a casual love affair is. Oh, I do. No, I do know. I'm thinking of the movie Grease. I'm being shown the movie Grease. Sandy falls in love. You know that song Summer Lovin'? Sandy in Grease, if you know about the movie, falls in love for the summer. So it's like a summer fling. Somebody wants to have a summer fling. Okay, there we go. Somebody that's surveillancing you. I definitely picked up on this spiritual surveillance, monitoring spirit type shit. You could be seeing a lot of insects around you. You could be seeing a lot of birds. Again, this person claims to love you. They swear to God that they love you, but God is like, what you're doing to my child is not love. Okay. And what you're intending for them is not loving. If somebody is really wanting to come in to be with you, they need to come in on the right foot forward. And first of all, they need to be honest about surveillancing you. And secondly, if you were to get with this weirdo, this psychotic, losing, warlock, witch piece of shit, I'm sorry. But like, if you were to get with this person, they would have this illegal AI fucking eye in the sky surveillance happening on you all the time. without your knowledge. I mean, you would have no human rights, no human privacy, nothing. It would be completely taken away. Okay, yeah, Girl Gone, let me look into that. So let's see. Okay, so what I was just being told is that you're going through right now a kundalini experience. Like the past week has been a slow awakening of this kundalini. Okay. And so the good thing about this is that it is awakening your gifts and expanding them. So you're not going to be getting rid of gifts. Once you have a gift and you've developed it, you always have it, right? You just have to learn how to tap into it. Kundalini. So Kundalini is that serpent energy that exists in the earth. It's very strong, powerful energy. When it works, it starts in the lower chakras and it works its way up throughout your life. Like, this is my understanding of it. It works its way up. And once it gets to your third eye, and it goes into your third eye, up your spine, basically making the spiral of the DNA. It goes like this. And then once it gets to the top, you have a big expansion. I don't know if you've ever had the experience of like feeling something pop in your head or crack. That's kind of what Kundalini did for me. It really broke the crystals off of the pineal gland. So what I'm seeing is what's happening is, like, if you've been having lightheadedness or dizziness, it's this Kundalini energy, because it's a rush of energy that instead of is going down through your body, it's going straight up to your head. Or it's a rush of energy and blood flow is probably what I would say. I'm also feeling like a little bit of slight dizziness, pressure in the middle of your forehead. Yeah, that's what, just tightening. Yeah. So what you're feeling is the release of that tightening, because like I said, you had pineal gland crystals, which we all end up developing them as we grow, right? Okay, there are some people that don't develop them, but these crystals, what you're feeling is these crystals just dispersing and breaking. And so when that happens, then your pineal gland and the hypothalamus gland, they get in sync with one another. The hypothalamus controls consciousness. The pineal gland controls awareness and spiritual abilities. So yeah, so your gifts, like you never lose a gift, right? So like you've always been empathic. You've always, so that building of pressure, that's the Kundalini. But you've always been empathic. So it's like your gifts just build on one another, if that makes sense. Growth. Look at that. I'm not even kidding. I couldn't even make this up. Growth. Wow. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. What were we literally just talking about? That's exactly what's happening. I also get that you have clairvoyance. So you're going to be able to see, it's kind of like remote viewing. Remote viewing is being able to look at a building and tell what's inside of it. I do get that you have that ability. Look at this. This is tied into your purpose. I feel like the people that experimented on you as a child found out that, you knew what you were here to do and that you had these gifts. I really do. I feel like the government knows about that. And maybe you ranked really high on a hearing test because you also have clairaudience. So when you feel like you're hearing something talk, and it seems like it's like a personality inside your head, that's not your imagination. That's literally you picking up on a telepathic or clairaudient message. So yeah, you're growing into your purpose right now, and this is beautiful. So yeah, I think doubt is the only thing, because when you're starting out with your spiritual gifts, it's easy to doubt. It says, I release the need to know all the answers. It's easy to step into doubt because, like, you could literally be you could be reading something like how I read things. You could be reading an energy, and then you could be like, okay, is that right? anytime you think that like whatever comes to you naturally is going to be the correct answer. If you think that if you're always questioning yourself that you're not going to be right, it kind of puts you in the energy of doubt. So that's the one thing that I would say is holding you back at this point, is you just doubting your strength and your abilities. But like, I've always been really psychic, but to tone my skills down to be able to use them the way that I can now, I had to over time work really hard on reading cards, on just using my abilities. And it was through, using them to help myself and help other people, that I was able to unlock even more of them. So yeah, it does take some time. Yeah. So stop with the doubting, because it's definitely not helping you. I do believe you can achieve anything that you put your mind to, literally anything. And that means there's no limitation. Gratitude, having an attitude of gratitude. I also feel like you have a very powerful throat chakra. When you speak, things actually come into existence. That is definitely an ability that you're not looking at. It says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. If you were to start doing positive affirmations, you would see a humongous shift in your energy. And I would see it too, because your throat chakra is extremely powerful. You do have some type of female energy that's draining you. They're draining some type of gift that you have with manifesting money. So maybe when you were younger, yeah, especially lately, maybe when you were younger, you were able to manifest things really quickly. Somebody's been tampering with that part. But I don't feel like it's making you, it's not making you fail. It's just being tampered. Somebody's trying to tamper with it. You know what I mean? They are trying to cloak it so that you don't know that you have this ability to manifest money, like magically. Okay. Perseverance. Yeah. They don't want you to know that you're going to persevere through everything. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Also, if you've been feeling really unhappy lately, it's because your perspective of happiness has been expanding. See, your happiness before didn't include the wholeness of God. So there were pieces to it missing. But now you're realizing that you have even more opportunities to become an even more happy person. Good. You've been cutting negative people off and their energy away from you. Amazing. I'm so proud of you. Look at this. Peace in relationships. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Why you're going to persevere with this piece? I really like this color. I don't know if it's a green or teal or what, but I like that color. This color makes me feel free. That's like the color of freedom. And then this relationships, it says, I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. And then relationship says, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Yeah. And learning how to love yourself is a big part of being happy, because you are figuring out how to basically fill your own cup at this time. Where before, I think that life had taught you to be more of a people pleaser, to please your boss, to please your coworkers, to please your everything, like everything, right? And now you're realizing that you can pull your energy back and work on pleasing yourself. And the people who truly love you and are there for you are going to be pleased to see you pleasing yourself. Yes, there is somebody that you loving yourself causes somebody to be upset, somebody to grieve. I don't feel like this is you grieving. I feel like this is somebody that's losing you because you cut them off. They're crying. I don't mean to like make fun of them, but this person, I don't know why they're crying. They really had bad intentions for you. Why would they be upset and surprised that God, once you said this person's got to go, that God would get rid of them? See, this person knows the reason that they cannot spy on you anymore with whatever witchcraft they were using or method. They know that God's intervening. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely a people pleaser, but that's okay. You know, I mean, most of us, I'm going to say most of us were raised by narcissists. or at least one narcissist, or had experienced narcissism. So I feel like everybody's had trauma. So it's totally okay to have been a people pleaser. It's just, if you want to live a healthy, long life, which I know you do, you basically, this trust is what just fell. So the weakness that you have, and doubt, okay, if we look at trust and doubt, these are two different sides of the same coin. Because when you don't doubt something, you trust it, right? And when you don't trust something, you doubt it. So these are actually two different sides of the same coin, but they're still keeping you kind of boxed in, because I feel like they're just two sides of the same coin. And because you've had experiences where you felt like you couldn't trust it, you're afraid of having that experience again. But I'm telling you that you can trust yourself. You can trust yourself. You can trust your partner. You can trust whoever this person that you cut off. You cannot trust them, but you can trust God, and you can trust yourself. And so the more that you listen to your gut feeling and your intuition, see, your gut feeling is an actual physical response. It's like you getting nauseous, you getting sick, or feeling pressure building up in your solar plexus. We rebuke it in the name of Jesus and play the solar plexus chakra bell. But yeah, whoever this person is, they just like to bring you down, your self-esteem. And so if you trust in yourself, it's going to raise your vibration so much higher, because God's trusting you to fulfill this purpose and to come into this energy of growth, literally. Yeah. And it's trusting yourself. And then if we were to take it to the highest level, it would be trusting God. And again, this energy that I'm picking up, that's an issue with trust, it's coming from another lifetime where maybe you did, and maybe it was Atlantis, where you trusted. And the thing is that you guys did save the world. The people that were in Atlantis that put the shield around, we did save the world, but we thought we were going to get rescued. And so, yes, absolutely. Because working on this stuff is going to be really easy. Once you know that something exists, you can work towards healing it and resolving it. It's only when you don't know something exists that you can't really access its healing. And that's why this person wanted you to not know that you can manifest money just by focusing on it. And it'll start to flow in, literally. I mean, I'm hearing some type of spirit that keeps telling me and you to shut up. So judgment. So somebody doesn't want to be judged by you. They're afraid of this. They're afraid of God judging them. Wow. Well, they should not have tried to put you in a lower state. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. I just feel like you were dealing with somebody that thought that they were the same as you, and you guys are different people. Envy. You did right by cutting this person off. They're judging you with envy. That's the evil eye. When you see judgment and envy, that is the evil eye. I'm not kidding. It says, I'm the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. Freedom. You guys, you are gaining peace and freedom. So this issue with trust, I already feel like it's been cleared. It just was cleared right now by us talking about it. Now you're entering into the energy of freedom. Like literally, you're going to feel so free. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Oh my gosh, exactly what we're talking about. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Part of that trust is being patient with yourself, especially when developing your gifts and abilities. And again, you may get things wrong a few times, and it doesn't mean that you don't have gifts and abilities. It just means that you need to learn how the physical responses are when you use them. There's a lot of things that you're going to learn personally on your path. And what I would be doing, see, what I've done is I've written all these things down, and I write a lot of affirmations. So I would be making specific affirmations that are tailored to your requests. Like, I trust that God is here for me. I trust that God hears me. I am the trust that I want to see in others. Yeah, you weren't trying to be their enemy. You're actually trying to help them. They know that you were trying to help them. They just definitely were judging you for some reason because you're a free spirit. This is definitely judging somebody because they're a free spirit. And judging you because of who you love. Like, that's crazy. Imagination. Yeah, these people are going to have to, break. Your power of imagination is what brings you money. However you imagine it, it's going to come that way. So I would be using visualization techniques, guided meditation, and be drinking lots of water. Make sure you're getting what's in these things, electrolytes. Make sure that you're whatever. Like, let's say that you have a glass of wine or beer. Make sure that you're drinking after that you're drinking water or drinking Gatorade, that if you're deplenishing yourself in any way, you're basically building yourself back up, because I feel like drinking water at this time is going to be really important. I just heard you might want to add a little bit of lemon to the water, and it'll help cleanse out your liver and this evil eye energy. Lemon is a very powerful cleanser. It's one of the main ingredients to Four Thieves vinegar, which basically gets rid of the evil eye and all of its effects. I wrote an article a long time ago. It's on, I think it's called Medium, but it basically talks about the effects of the evil eye and how it's one of the only curses that can actually unalive somebody. So that's why keeping yourself free of it. And again, you only attract this when you're around an envious person. Friendship, an envious friend. So being aware of who you have around you. It says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. This person could have just been in your life, wow, to teach you about how to trust and how to make the right choices. So this person, this person wants to discipline you. Maybe because you walked away. I don't feel like they have the right to do that, but they feel like if they're suffering now when you are dealing with an envious, judgmental, grieving weirdo, you need to be very aware that they may try to set you up for something. And if you've been feeling the energy of somebody trying to set you up, then this is why, like, this person that was your friend is low vibrational, whoever they were. They don't take care of their body. They don't do anything that benefits their spirit. And they want all of the benefits that they're seeing you get in your life now, but they're not realizing that you're tapping into the divine and doing the right thing. So these people would have to do the right thing, and they'd have to be honest with you. And again, I don't feel like this person has the right to discipline you or to get you disciplined, but they've definitely been going to God and asking for God to discipline you, and God's not going to do that. Health. Somebody that is complaining about you being healthy and wants you to engage in like toxic, like, let's say this is a friend that smokes cigarettes, and every time you're around them, they're offering you cigarettes. And that's probably not what it is, but I'm just giving an example. Or let's say that you're around this person, they're always drinking, and so you feel like to fit in around them and their friends, you have to drink. I'm telling you that this person is just being toxic, and they don't mean to be that toxic. That's just the way they are. It's the way they were brought up. Failure. This is going to be a big failure for them. And I feel like ultimately that's what we're all afraid of, is failing, but that's not what's in the cards for us. This person has failed to get you kicked out of whatever social group, fired from whatever job. They have also failed to ruin and wreck your self-esteem. I mean, your health is linked to how you feel about yourself. This person blames you. They literally are blaming you because you're abundant. Because of this abundance that you have. Like I said, this ability. They also are like, they don't like you because you accept yourself. And you won't accept their adversity. See, these people are about to experience a massive change, and it's going to be in the opposite direction that you go. You're going to end up in the energy of happiness. Oh my gosh, y'all. I saw this picture yesterday it was like one of these like shorts that comes up and it says rare photos that will blow your mind. And it's a compilation of like really rare photos from around the world from all ages. Anyways, I saw what a baby dolphin looks like in the womb. Oh my gosh. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh my God. Literally, it looks like a little baby dolphin that's in a womb. It's the most cutest thing I've ever seen. So anyways, there may be something significant about dolphins in the ocean and water. You may feel better when you're around a body of water or walking around a body of water. It may benefit you to go fishing or to take a pet to a body of water. Love, look at this. The more that you tap into nature, the more love you experience. And love is part of your destiny. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Wow, that out real quick. Forgiveness. So basically, to release this person's energy for good and for all, forgiveness is what's needed. You need to forgive yourself for allowing an envious person to make you feel like you were not good enough. Because that's all they did. That's all they were trying to do. They wanted you to experience a death in your finances, and they're telling me to shut up again. So somebody really either doesn't want me talking or they don't want you talking. Like I said, this is freedom of speech over here. We are not here to kiss the devil's ass. That's not our agenda. This person, I feel like they don't worship the devil or anything, but they don't necessarily regard God either. So it's like, and then they're not even an atheist. So I don't know how you could help this person. Again, if they're blaming you for the reason that they're facing adversity, that seems mental to me, right? Past mermaid life. Yeah. Yeah. So like literally, if they're blaming you for whatever adversity they're going through, this is reminding me of a video that I watched just recently. It was about somebody called named B. Simone, and she's like a celebrity. And she on her podcast, she was talking with this other girl that's her friend, supposedly her best friend, and it was just a weird conversation. The best friend was talking about how she was broke and basically penniless and had to be on food stamps and all this stuff. And she's watched B. Simone give checks to other people, but B. Simone never helped her. Like, first of all, people are so damn entitled and psychotic. Like they don't realize that you don't consider them a friend the same way they consider you a friend. And again, if you were in a bad space, that person that doesn't have shit now, that needs to get their shit out of the mud like you did, like nobody owes you anything. And you don't owe anybody anything. And like literally, totally mentally imbalanced energy. Yeah, literally, you don't owe anybody anything. And if you've got something, that's because you had to get it out of the mud. It wasn't just gifted to you. And these other people need to realize that, first of all, if she was that girl's best friend, and then she would have maybe wanted to help, but it's not her fault that she didn't. Just think about this way. Do you think that B. Simone would be a rich person if she went around helping every person that needed her help? I mean, I help people when God guides me to, and that's the way it works the best for me. But people that feel entitled to your help, or they feel like because you're rising, you need to sacrifice your life to help them. No, I don't think that's right. I think that whatever that girl was going through was karma that she brought on herself. And it could be from another lifetime. And that's not to say that she's wrong, but blaming her friend, see, regret. Blaming her friend for not supporting her is bullshit, because it's not her friend's job to support her like that. It's her friend's job to be there emotionally if they're really friends, but it's not her friend's job to pay her bills when she doesn't thrive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you went through a lot of trauma and worked your ass off to keep going and to be where you're at. Exactly. And you would not be where you're at if you were helping these people that blame you because you didn't help them. If you were helping them out, you would be broke like them. So this is like somebody that like celebrities, they don't have friends that are not celebrities for this reason. I do believe that. You know, they definitely keep people around them that are also winning, that have money, that have fame and clout and stuff like that. So I feel like this person wants to be a celebrity in your life. They want you to worship them. They want to be a part of your success, but they were not a part of the pain. They weren't a part of the suffering. I mean, actually, they contributed to it, but they weren't a part of you getting better, rising, and stepping into abundance. This person was a part of your wanting to see a downfall, secretly wanting to see a downfall. I don't think so. So yeah, this person's going to be lonely. Just continue to say no to them because you are on the rise. You're entering into a period of abundance and happiness. And all of these worries that you had are going to fade away because it literally was this person causing, like this person, I'm not kidding. Mark my words. This person is going to try to lie about you, lie on you, or set you up in some type of way when you tell them for good that you're done. Like this person is still in the energy of, wait, did I get cut off or blocked? They don't know if you cut off or block them. Like they're still in that energy. Once they realize you have, this person's going to go to doing witchcraft and doing to a bunch of shit. Like they're going to do a bunch of shit to mess with you. And every time this person does anything envious or sends evil eye, it backfires on them. And then you end up being propelled into the future, like just being literally sent light years away from this person energetically and spiritually. And your gifts become more blessed and open. So yeah, so what I would be doing is like intuitive, keep using your intuition because your intuition is you go in through the intuition, then all of the other gifts open up. That's what I'm feeling. So it's like when you start to feel or sense something, start listening and start trying to quiet your mind and calm your breath so that whatever it is can come forward. And I feel like as you open these new gifts, the clairaudience and the clairvoyance, you're going to see things and you're going to hear things, but you don't need to be afraid of what you see and hear. Know that the Most High God is what's helping you, and the Holy Spirit's what's helping you open these gifts. So they're going to do it at the correct rate, at the right time, and in the correct way. So you don't need to worry about that being blocked. Also, listening to your dreams. Your dreams will give you clues and hints on how to use your abilities. And you also may receive training in your dreams. So I do feel like that would be another thing to do. I would do a third eye meditation and maybe a Kundalini meditation because you are having a Kundalini experience. And that's something that I don't always see with people, like that they have those. It's usually when you're going through a really big spiritual awakening. Okay, good. I'm glad that I was able to help you. So we'll get back to this collective message. So yeah, you guys still have somebody that's in love with you, wants to surveillance you, and they want to have an affair with you guys. So it's good to be loved, but it's good to be loved by the right peoples. Yes, trust the gifts and the process. Absolutely. And trust in the information that you receive, even if it seems crazy. Sometimes I'm like, I'll hear words and things that I don't know what they are. And then I'll Google them and I'll understand. So always trust what you get. And then anything that you do pick up on, if you don't feel like you understand it or know about it, definitely Google it. Because it's always, your gifts are going to give you clues, hints, and they're going to lead you away from anything that's dangerous. And always listen to that gut feeling. When you can connect your mind with your gut and have a clear communication going, you're going to realize that every time that something is about to happen, you get warned about it. And talking to your guides and listening and watching for the angel numbers. Always do that because the angel numbers are going to guide you towards understanding your personal life much in such a spiritual way. Wooded area. Okay, so this energy, there is an energy that's in a wooded area. I'm picking up on some type of fairy energy. Okay, so there is some type of fairy energy that's protecting you from this person. Somebody that wants to marry you. They're probably not going to say that to your face, but that's what they want to do. This is literally like a fairy prince charming that is protecting you from this person that wants to watch you. That's so weird, but it's actually a good thing. Yeah, social media. So again, this somebody that's on social media that wants to marry you. That's funny. That is hilarious. So be aware that there is somebody that's watching you on social media. I don't feel like they're watching every platform, but they're definitely watching Facebook and Instagram. And they're looking, and they use Twitter a lot. You probably don't even use Twitter. This person's weird. Like this person gets so many readings done and they're all inaccurate. Yeah, you could be a masculine energy, or this could be a masculine energy that's stalking you online. One more of these cards. Okay. Also, I'm feeling like that nausea feeling. This person's energy is sickening. I feel like they've got some type of disease, to be honest. I don't know what it is, if this is something from the devil, but it's disgusting. Yeah, that burial energy. This person could have buried a bunch of jars or love sweetener jars. I'm seeing a bunch of jars filled with dumb shit, witchcraft items. Yeah, somebody wanting to marry you because of their like life insurance scheme. Also, somebody could be wanting to hold you ransom. That's what I just heard. Funny. That's funny how this person's got all the inaccurate information. Wow. They really don't know anything. Mountains. This person could literally live near mountains, or they could frequent these mountains. They could be thinking about taking you up into the mountains. Just be aware of that. I mean, this is not, none of this shit is going to happen. I'm telling you right now, none of this shit is going to happen to you. But power supply, you have been these people's power supply for a very long time. They need to find a new power supply. That's why the fairy realm is here, to clear this energy out. Dating. Whoa. What comes up with that? Affair, love, wedding, marriage, dating. Like I said, somebody wanting to date you. Somebody keeps trying to attack your body parts with voodoo. That's ridiculous. This person that wants to date you and marry you, they're a weirdo, man. You guys, seriously, this person's a weirdo. They want to be some type of caregiver to you, to help you pass away so that they can, you know, sell you for life insurance money. Point blank, period. This person could have done this to other people. Like literally done witchcraft on them, then tried to become their caregiver after doing this shit. That's crazy. Like that deck was upside down. Oh, so it's like I'm shuffling and the cards are not wanting to go together. So that's telling me that there's some type of friction or some type of resistance to change. All right. The Magician, first card. So these people know about your magical ability. Okay. They also know about your alchemical ability. And so these people are like what is it? Dumbfounded. They're stunned basically that you're this magician energy. The Eight of Wands in the reverse. This is a bad time for these people to make any major life change. I'm not kidding. These people wanted to come in like a wrecking ball. This Eight of Wands in their reverse. This is ridiculous energy. I mean, this tells them to avoid decisions and commitments. Things have a way of working themselves out. Of course they do. Things are always going to work out for you. I can't say that for these people because their intentions were bullshit. The Eight of Cups in the reverse. These people with their relentless pursuit of money, a dark fate past life, yeah, with their relentless pursuit of money. This is like pursuing money and having financial problems. So you've definitely got a povertish, broke ass person that's like from the ghetto that wants you to go back to the ghetto. That's the type of energy I get off of them. Loss of values. It says that they need to examine and change their goals in their life. A new love or rekindled romance is just an illusion of happiness. These people only feel like they would be happier with you because when they were around your energy, they were winning in life. Now that you've cut them off, they're losing. This is like you cutting somebody off is like pulling their life force out. It's like pulling the power supply off. It's turning it off or whatever. Yeah, you definitely have the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. This is definitely your energy, and it's the energy of a divine feminine that's in your energy. Somebody that's down to earth. This could be an earth sign, or you could be an earth sign, or you could be a water sign. But I do get that, this person, and you have this trait as well, is that you show gratitude to other people. You're concerned for other people who are genuinely concerned. And that's not something that most people are. They're not concerned about other people, like people will watch somebody struggle and suffer and not say a thing, and will sit there and secretly wish on your downfall. Yeah. So your alchemical ability. Now, when you have this negative energy that's sent to you, have you noticed that all it does is either give you a headache, make you dizzy, or make you have to lay down for a little bit? If it were to have its full effect on you, like it would basically, if Capricorn, there you go. See, so you're an earth sign. You're very good at grounding energy and very stable as well. So yeah, when somebody sends you these like sneak attacks of energy or evil eye, and it could be accidental evil eye or intentional, but when they send it to you, you realize that it doesn't kill you like what it would do to other people. And I'm not laughing about people dying from that, but like what it would do to other people, it does not do to you. And so that's the alchemical ability. When you sit there and you have to meditate and get that energy out of your field, basically what you're doing is, what I see is like, you're like, okay, I'm trying to calm myself and stop myself. But just by doing that, it connects you with your higher self. And then that energy is alchemized. And so what happens is people are going to be sending you this energy. And again, some of it's intentional, some of it's not. And then when you receive that energy, it's your opportunity to say, okay, either I can send this energy back to them, make them deal with it, or I can take this energy that they sent me and I can transmute it into money. And that's the gift that you have. Like literally being able to take chaotic energy and transmute it in. Yes, your body has a reaction to it for sure. Yeah. And so quick, like nausea, bloatedness, diarrhea, those are all side effects of the evil eye. Also headaches, migraines, stomach aches, nausea, I think I said, vomiting, those are all signs of the evil eye. So yeah, you have somebody that's just jealous and envious. If there was a way to combine those two words, that's what it would be. This Four of Cups energy that came out is definitely talking about these people and their chronic emotional restlessness. Okay. These people have casual love affairs. The first card that came out was affair. So that's weird. This person wants to have a new affair with you. Like a summer fling. And again, we don't want anybody. It says failure in love. I'm hearing that Halsey, I'm bad at love song in my head. Also, these people are overindulging in food and alcohol to the point where it's gluttonous and it's very toxic. That's why I was saying if these people got around you, they would want you to smoke and drink again. Ace of Swords in the reverse. These people cannot concentrate and cannot think clearly. Their mind is racing. They're distracted. They're in an intellectual rut. and they're not protected. This is like the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is not being protected by God. These people have no spiritual protection, and they had no spiritual ranking to even call this amount of judgment on you. It says taking shortcuts or cheating somebody will have a negative effect on their reputation. These people already have a bad reputation for being, you know, sloth-like. And I love sloths, so I don't mean to make fun of that. But first of all, sloths are only slow on the ground. When they're in the trees, they can move up to like 20 miles an hour, okay? It's only when they're on the ground that they move really slow. And they're not real lazy, but again, they don't move around a whole lot. But still, we have our associations with the animals that we do. But I personally love sloths. I think they're the cutest little things ever. I have a painting in my bedroom of one that I created. So, but I do get that type of, you know, gluttonous ass energy from these people. It's gluttony and it's laziness. It's indolence. These people also could be wanting to steal your sexual prowess. So maybe this person cannot get an erection or something. I mean, whose fucking fault is that or problem is that? It's not yours, but this person wants to steal your sexual prowess. Yeah, somebody that's spying on you. A Page of Swords energy. Why are they spying on you? Because they're waiting for God to give you a really big blessing so they can come be a part of it, because this person feels like they feel like they don't have anything coming for them. And that's not true. God does have something for these people, but they would have to put their swords down and stop looking at you as like an easy way to get access to what God has for them. See, the spirits were just like, And so I think that's what God's telling me to do, is to guide both of you guys, because I don't know who's going to end up watching this video. It could be people that are in both categories, but I feel like you collective, this death, you have avoided death in so many miraculous ways. This is why I'm saying you're an alchemist. When every time they send this death energy to you, you transmute it into money and life. And so these people don't understand why you're not dead, like why you're still alive. This is a very confusing thing for them. And why that this monitoring, this surveillance, this illegal, you know, even if it's remote viewing or whatever they're doing, they're not allowed to do it anymore. God's ripped that privilege from them because they were abusing it and focusing solely on you, which is what God wants basically this person to focus on themselves, because that's all you can do is basically focus on yourself. We can't control what other people do, and it's not our job to try to stop them from, if they want to do witchcraft on you and they want to send death to you, then that's what they're going to do. But you put yourself in a position where, and no matter what is done to you, you're still going to thrive. You've been feeling less sexual. Yeah, less sexual, being more sacred with your body, especially right now. You could very well be called to like not spill your seed. And I feel like it's not like going into chastity for a long time, but it's choosing the right times to have sex. And this person wants to tap into your sexual energy because they don't have any sexual energy. I wouldn't even be surprised if this person wants to sleep with you. I would not be surprised. But yeah. And this could be a whole grown ass man. I'm not kidding. That maybe you just didn't know. And if you are LGBTQ+, just be who you are. Tell people that that you have feelings for them. Okay? Because it's extremely cruel and abusive to lead somebody on thinking that you're a friend to them when you have no intention of being their friend. You just want to sleep with them because you're attracted to them. Okay? Like, whoever these people are crushing on, they're not open and honest about what they want from the forefront. And that's why so much confusion happens. You guys are going to find out that it's going to be much easier to just be open and honest with people from day one. Yeah, protecting your energy. Absolutely. And when you do, orgasm. If you can send that energy up your spine, it will renew your life force. Literally, you'll start aging backwards. The Six of Wands. So somebody knows that you have this in your destiny: fame, public recognition, status, social status. People are going to be looking to you. It's victory over the opposition, victory over death, literally victory over death. I'm not joking. Victory over this moon magic. It's you always having victories, and then somebody feels really upset about that because they don't ever have a victory over you because they're focused solely on the material aspects of life. Which, yes, the material aspects of life, it does matter, but there's more to life than just, what we see with our physical eyes. The Lovers in the reverse. This is somebody that, like I said, could be LGBTQ plus. They're having an inability of making a decision. I think the only choice is to be honest. It says a bad choice was made, friends move on and abandon you. So this is literally telling this person that you're moving on and abandoning them. And it's not like you're doing this to hurt them. It's just because this person was on some retarded shit. It says possible divorce, a moral lapse involving temptation. Like I said, this person will only exist to tempt you anyways and to get you to go back into old behaviors. This Hermit energy, this is why you are going to succeed, even being in the Hermit energy, because these people, their intentions were not in alignment with what God has for you. And so that's why they're not having any success. And every person and force and whatever they are involving, and I keep getting that somebody's trying to use the demon Renove to get you to turn gay so that you'll be with them. That's insane. First of all, demons can't even do that. They could, they would be doing it left and right. This person's definitely carrying a 10 of Wands. Somebody that's extremely jealous and envious. Like I said, if I could combine those two words. Yes, I'm reading all the collective energy right now. The Five of Cups, emotional upheaval. These people are emotionally distraught that you left behind from your past. I mean, literally, it talks about leaving behind and abandoning. Oh, you're welcome, Kimmy. Welcome in. It talks about leaving behind and abandoning this relationship and needing to heal. This person really needs to heal. I feel like because you guys go into hermit mode, you're going within, you're finding the answers to why you've had to face these certain situations and why you've had people that are so materialistic around you. Again, there's nothing wrong with being materialistic, but there's more to life than just what we see in the third dimension. So, yeah. But yeah, whatever these external events that these people are having to face right now, they're not able to move forward from that. They're experiencing a major loss. Losing you is losing a power supply. It's like being, okay, I'm going to use this analogy. Let's say that, okay, somebody's using you like a life support system. So the moment that the plug gets unplugged from the power supply, then the life support fails. And that's what this person is feeling. You unplugging your energy from them, and they're freaking out. When I say freaking out, this person is freaking the fuck out. They're like truly tripping balls. This also talks about them feeling like heartbreak and heartache. That's because they were trying to do some type of heart attack spell. And it could just be attacking your heart space, trying to link in and connect with that. This person wants to know if you know how they're feeling. Like what? You know how this person's feeling. You just don't care because they don't care how you feel. This person's lost the protection of their ancestors, which is absolutely like cray. Because what do you have to do that's so bad? I mean, what could you possibly do? You would have to really do something really bad to lose your ancestors. The 10 of Wands, carrying some serious burden. I mean, that person can't even look up because they can't even see the sky because they're carrying the 10 of Wands. This person's Like I said, I was picking up on somebody that would want to frame you. The moment that you don't want to be around them anymore, they want to all of a sudden frame you and set you up for some weird shit. Some weird shit you had nothing to do with. I'm not kidding. Dude, people think that the police are slow. People think that the FBI and the CIA is slow. People think that MK Ultra is slow. I can definitely guarantee that all of these entities and whatever the fuck is behind them is not slow. In fact, they have access to a lot more technology than what the general public has. They seriously do. They're not slow. They know that you weren't involved in whatever this illegal crime activity was that these people were doing. Like, they've been carrying the 10 of Wands for a long time, which is their life is a constant battle. They want you to fight with them. Look, even now, the 9 of Swords in the reverse, their priorities are dangerously out of perspective. They're just completely experiencing a scandal, and they want you to be a part of that. And Spirit has something way better for you. God's like, if you continue to follow me, I'm going to lead you into prosperity, abundance, and happiness, and into having a fruitful life, right? You know? Oh, I'm so sorry, Kimmy, that you're going through that. I don't have a good feeling about it, but I don't want to like straight up accuse anybody of anything. But in this reading that I am doing, this is talking about a moral lapse involving temptation with the Lovers in the reverse. Oh, I got to cover their bodies up. Okay, that's the Lovers. It's in the reverse. They're naked on the card, so I can't really show the card. But this talks about fighting and communication. Breakdown leads to infidelity and separation, possible divorce. The moral lapse involving temptation. So I feel like I don't see, are you picking this up intuitively? Because I feel like this person has deleted all of the evidence. So, like, I don't feel like you have any evidence. Yeah, you're not having a good feeling either. Yeah, I don't have a good feeling about it. This does talk about this person's scandal, loss of innocence, being way out of balance. I'm definitely picking up on deception and just not being honest. So I feel like you need to pray for this person because, you know, you guys could be dealing with people who are connected to whole Jezebels. Yeah, he keeps deleting the phone history. Exactly. You know, these people, whoever you're with could be connected to whole, or whoever you're around could literally be connected to Jezebel spirits, which, you know, Jezebel will come in. And we're not judging you, Jezebel, but fucking A all the time with this shit. Jezebel will straight up come in and start tempting a man to do all sorts of weird stuff. So I do feel like another reason you're dealing with somebody that's also, you guys are dealing with somebody that's asleep. They're in the matrix. They haven't had an awakening. Yeah. Thank you, Girl Gone. Yeah, this person may not have had an awakening, so they could very well still be plugged into the matrix. And that's when witchcraft and stuff like that, spells and Jezebels and all that, that's when that stuff works the strongest, is when you don't know about it, because then you won't check for it. And unfortunately, whether people believe in it or not, generational curses and stuff like that exist. But I feel like there's a lot of people here in this lifetime that are here to be generational curse breakers. I do feel like anybody that comes to me, even if they start out karmic, they're going to be a generational curse breaker, because that's just the way it is. I feel like you guys are always taking the brunt end of negativity when that's not really fair. It's like you guys put in all this positive, energy into a relationship, but all you get back is negativity. That's not like an equal exchange. So if you guys are experiencing that, see, an equal exchange, this is the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Grail wanting to give you an overflowing cup of love and joy. That is like literally there for you guys. And Spirit saying that, all of that love that you gave to this other person, you could have been loving yourself the entire time, and you would be much more spiritually advanced than you are now had you not seeded into this other person. Because, you know, they're experiencing death. This is somebody that it has double standards. They want to spy on you, but not allow you to know anything that's true about them. And I also feel like somebody could be doing something at work, cheating at work, or, you know, this could even be just talking shit. Somebody that talks shit about you and then hangs out with you right after. That's not a friend. That's not a lover. So yeah, this death to this love situationship because of the spying. The Page of Swords is about spying. Also, you guys could be being watched by another, like this person has other people they talk to. You could be being watched by this other energy. This Jezebel spirit does not like you because you're a twin flame. This Jezebel spirit, yeah. You don't, yeah, you definitely do not, you don't deserve to be treated this way. You never have. And I feel like once this, see, this person has tried to disable you in some type of way. They've tried to like control, alt, delete, like, and I'm not laughing at this, but they literally thought that they could take some shit that God gave you away. They thought that they could take away what God gave you, and God does not give to the world in the way that man does. So you having your intuition, see, this person plays gaslights. I'm picking up on so much gaslighting, so much freaking gaslighting. Like, that's crazy. This, I don't know how you're not completely confused and insane at this point. The amount of gaslighting and ridiculous treatment that you've been receiving. I definitely think anybody alive deserves better than this. And if you guys are dealing with, and this is why I know you're getting ready to cut this person off, they're going to be in sorrow because they're carrying a 10 of Wands. See, they're extremely burdened. They're burdened by their own drama and by their own actions. And they're about to lose something that was real. And they just didn't know that it was real because they were under the influence of this other spirit, which is called Jezebel. The Six of Pentacles. Yeah. This person wanted to breadcrumb you, like literally keep you being a beggar to them, keep you on your knees, always looking up at them, and them always looking down their nose at you. I think that that's not cool. I feel like this person breadcrumbs everybody else in their life because they get breadcrumbed. And I feel like this person's not financially stable either. They're either giving money or buying things for another person, some weird shit. And it's okay to like have friends and buy them presents and stuff. But look at this. Judgment and the reverse just flew out. This person is doing something out of revenge. They are angry. They want to get even. So I don't know if there's somebody's trying to blame you for something. This also talks about how these people are so freaking obsessed with finances that they're going to end up losing everything because they're putting all of their faith in the devil, and you're starting to put faith in your own self and God. And that's why I'm serious. Every time you guys go within, you know, you're going to be tapping into your own inner wisdom and to your own guidance. And then it basically, it removes the need for other people's approval, or, you know, like God is already vindicating you. Yeah, it says that these people need to accept the responsibility for their errors and change their ways. But again, they're probably not going to do that because they feel like they have the right to retaliate against you. And so forgive this fool, for they know not what they do. These people, I mean, Jezebel probably knows what she's doing, but forgive these people and spirits anyways, because they're just trying to achieve whatever on their agenda. And from my perspective of looking at Jezebel spirits are very sad. They're the type of people that would do witchcraft on somebody to keep them, to stay with them or to marry them or whatever. Like just straight up to pathetic, like pathetic. You have to, And why would you want fake love? This is what I keep like in my mind. It never makes sense. Why would anybody want fake love from somebody? I don't know. But like, that's the type of energy that they want to deal with, then they can go deal with that, but they need to stay away from you. And I do feel like somebody's taking your energy to somebody else. The sun in the reverse, somebody that's extremely immature. Okay, so the fact that this person has not healed from their inner child traumas is another reason that God doesn't want you with them. They could be losing a job, a home, or a loved one. You could literally be the loved one that they're losing because literally they were putting their hope and faith. Wow. The high priestess. So you guys are high priestesses. You're intuitives. I knew it. I knew that you guys had intuition and it was pissing this person off. You're dealing with the Knight of Swords energy, Kimmy. That's the energy of this person. I'm going to read this description. It says, denotes a male that's like under 40 or in their 40s, impulsive and opinionated, poor judgments, overspends, frequently takes advantage of others, always ready to start an argument, aggressive, self-destructive, and emotionally immature. Hurts others. This person will create problems if you don't set boundaries with them. Oh, I'm so sorry. Wow. I'm so sorry that you've been through that. Yeah, this is the energy of that person, though. I feel like you can see through their intentions. You also know that they keep trying to monitor you. So yeah, I would work on healing from anything that's happened in your past. Anything, because you're dealing with a type of narcissist that will seriously find out what your triggers are and then try to trigger you. I feel like there could be something that's being done up under the moon. Yeah, again, this person is involved with too many people. And I also feel like this person wants to pull you off of the path that God has for you. I feel like God has a great future for you guys. This person wants you to compromise with them and compromise with their collaboration. This is like somebody wanting you to be a part of a threesome or some shit. Like I literally see 3 people, and this is a hell no to that. Somebody also could be wanting you to have conflict at your job or at your house. And God is protecting both of those things. If you end up switching jobs or starting a new career, it's going to be because you want to, not because somebody is forcing you to. Yeah, the Page of Wands in the reverse. So there's a few younger energies that, are attached to this. I don't know if this person has children or what this is, or if this is a family member of them. But yeah. Yeah, keep your big heart and literally work on healing, because what you heal, people can't hurt you with. And so when you're dealing with people that are narcissistic, they will use any type of pain or struggle or trauma or struggle that you've been through against you, to regain control over you. And this person feels like a handler. They feel like somebody that feels like they need to dominate and have control over you. Yeah, you could very well, like this child, healing from being these children right here at this age of having things done. That is really sad. I also feel like this person could also be traumatized, but they have not done anything to heal from that. And so that's why their life that's actually, I'm not for sure why this person's finances are so messed up, but that's something completely else that's going on. The 5 of Swords, this person's always going to put themselves first, and they're like never going to put you first. And so put yourself first, and then you're going to feel like, okay, now that I'm putting myself first. See, this person's not going to want you to do that. They're not going to want you to love on yourself. That's a very big sign when you have somebody that tries to stop you from loving yourself or doing something positive, or even making small changes. When you have somebody that's trying to do that, they're not for your highest and best good. But yeah, continue to work on your healing, continue to do the shadow work, and you're going to become unstoppable. These people are not going to be able to hold you down. And again, all of the lying, the deception, and the cheating that I'm picking up on here, this shit will come to an end. You have to understand that things like this are only going to be allowed to happen in your life for a reason, for you to heal from it and grow stronger. And then the next time you won't have that frequency with you of having a fear of being cheated on. Because I could see how being with this narc could definitely put you into trauma mode where you're being afraid of everybody messing you over. But I'm literally getting that once you walk away from this experience, your life is going to be so much better. And all of the feeling that you had for him, all of that love, you're going to give that to yourselves. I'm picking up on definitely what I was saying, lying, cheating, and deceiving. But I want you to use your intuition. Always use your intuition, okay? And if you don't have a way of getting yes and no answers from spirit, invest in getting a pendulum. This is a pendulum. So you can do muscle testing, which is resistance testing, and you can Google that. And then you can Google pendulum also. It's two different ways that you can ask yes and no questions from your higher self and get an answer back, so that you're not just walking through life feeling blind, because your intuition's like screaming at you. And when you get this like stomach tension, stomach ache, this nausea, and you get this bad feeling that I'm feeling, that's your intuition going, something's going on, something's going on. Yeah. I don't know if spirit's going to show me, because I don't think it's relative. What I was seeing was a Jezebel spirit being involved. So yeah, I would definitely, but there was something about this reading that was LGBTQ plus. So I don't know. I do feel like if you meditate and you pray, ask God to reveal the truth to you. Like say, God, if there's anybody that doesn't mean me good, that means me harm in any way, please reveal them to me, and please reveal that. But yeah, when we pulled the Lovers in the reverse, it talked about a temptation. And so that's where I was picking up the Jezebel energy. Also, there may be some like it may not even be in laws, because you may not be married, but literally your parents could not like this person or vice versa. I just feel like this person puts off a bad energy. Whatever their aura is really toxic. Yeah, this is going to be the end of a personal battle, because you've been going back and forth within your head. And the amount of gaslighting that's done in this relationship, I don't feel like you're an unhealthy person. But I feel like this person, if you stay with them for a long time, you could become unhealthy, mentally, because this person's going to rip you down every time you try to build yourself up. Yeah, if it looks like a snake, yeah, it's a snake. Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah. And literally, if what he claimed to be true was true, we would not be picking up on the energy of this. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like he needs to heal. He's only acting out in this way because he's being tempted by a Jezebel energy, which could be in a man or a woman. I mean, it kind of scares me to look at it, but it could be in a man or a woman. So yeah, knowing that God loves you is the most important thing. King of Wands in the reverse. I'm not kidding. This overbearing, controlling, overbearing, and quick to anger in interpersonal relationships and at work, judgmental and intolerant of others' lifestyles and opinions, ignorant. So again, that's why I was saying forgive this person and pray for them, especially if you do love them and you still want to be with them. Forgive them and pray for them, and get yourself tested just in case. I mean, we should all be getting ourselves tested anytime we switch partners or anything, or if we suspect anything. But yeah, just make sure that everything is healthy with you that way. This person, you're dealing with somebody that's close to new ideas, and they are prejudiced and rigid. And not racist, but prejudice, basically. But yeah, not to say all this bad stuff about this person, like they don't have any good traits, but this person just needs to do a lot of healing. And they're kind of, they're being a little deceptive, and they're kind of acting like a snake. And so that's where I don't trust this person. You're welcome. I hope that helped you guys. I hope that this message reached you guys in a good place, and that a positive way to move forward, because you guys are the magician. You can magically turn this situation around. And again, how you guys perceive things is so important at this time. So, you know, this person, maybe they were going to push a wedding. They wanted to date. Just beware of somebody also on social media that looks at you as like a power supply. Like, I don't know why I need to say that, but that's weird. It's not, it's definitely not, like I was saying, it's not like YouTube. It's either Facebook or Twitter or some shit like that. And you may not even use Twitter. It's just weird. Yeah, always get tested. Yeah, just to make sure, because again, I mean, that it'll never, it's not accusing anybody else of cheating if you get tested for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you can always, you know, always go to the doctor and make sure that everything's going okay physically, because God, you know, God wants us to understand about our chakras and spiritually what's happening. And then God also wants us to take care of our bodies as well. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful day. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. All right. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Have a wonderful day, you guys.